And that is correct, ladies and gentlemen. We should be simulcasting right now on both YouTube and Twitter. And we have breaking news today. That is for sure. Okay? If you don't know, maybe you're living under a rock, or you're just coming home from work, then you're excused. But the Virtuals Protocol team has announced that they will be dropping their very own AI agent through the Genesis launch. This is big shit, and we can expect 100x status here. Right, that's almost guaranteed, although I don't like to say the G word, but I want to say it in this case because it's going to be bullish. And also, I'm going to share with you guys one of my hidden gems that I don't think much people are paying attention to, that is ACP certified and is also on Ethereum, okay? That's the alpha we got here for y'all today, coming up in this edition of Francis Dhun Uncensored.
Francis Dhun Uncensored.
That is correct, ladies and gentlemen. We're coming back at y'all once again from the studio, dropping mad alpha, because this is going to be straight fire. It's also going to be a rapid fire. It's going to be a quick stream, but to the point. Guys, big shit just took place, okay? Virtuals came out with this announcement, and they're going live with a agent called Iris. This is going to be deployed from the Virtuals team themselves. It does not get any better than this. It does not get any better than this. What do we like when we're looking for AI agents or, projects as a whole? Well, we want the team to be doxed. We want it to be known, right, from a known team. Maybe hackathon winner, maybe an MVP, all that stuff. It's not going to get any more legit than this. So I just got up personally from cooldown. If you're new to the ecosystem, you don't know what that means. That's essentially when you cheat, you go into cheat jail, and you're in there for about 10 days. So I just got out today. And I got a strategy intact that I'm going to implement, but that's for another video on how I'm going to accumulate points. Obviously, in my case, I'm not going to have all the most points in the world, but nonetheless, I'm still going to participate in this and give it, every little bit of points that I do have. And guys, this is alpha. Look, let's get on with the program right now. So this is a tweet I made. Expect mad gains. The next 100x Genesis launch is happening in just 2 days. Iris will operate on Ethereum. Okay. This right here is the project at hand, guys. Okay, Agent Genesis pledging will take place on base. Upon successful completion, all tokens will be claimable on the Ethereum network. So this particular agent will reside, okay, on Ethereum, and I love it. This is why you just gotta love the damn Virtuals, the founders, the team behind it. They don't stop, right? They're not going to give up. They're going to try to get the word out. What did we see them do, somewhat recently, a few months ago? Well, they went to Solana. They wanted new eyes on these projects in the ecosystem, okay? They created a better system than the previous version. They're consistently working on trying to make things better and improve on things, okay? Now, here we go with them once again, trying to go on Ethereum to capture more audience or more eyes, more community members, more, influx of money, whatever you want to call it, inject new funds. This is awesome, guys. So to know that how, they're on base Ethereum, it seems like that's where they're focusing on more now. Before it was kind of like Solana for a little bit. Like Billy Betts is over there and I think a couple other guys. But going on Ethereum, yeah, I love it. I love it. So they're consistently always putting their best foot forward and reiterating on the fly, okay? That's qualities of a good team. So let's see, this is their Twitter. Okay, and this is the official announcement once again, because I know what most of you guys are saying. Well, anybody could post and say they're the Virtuals team, right? Well, here is our point of reference. The future of AI agents now on Ethereum. Okay, guys? And here's another reference. Ethereum is for AI. Okay? Hint, hint, hint. Come on over here and take a listen. You can't hear the audio, but it's just a bunch of loud, rock and roll music or something. Shit, my ears is hurting. But nonetheless, there it is. I believe this is Iris. Kind of looks like Luna a little bit. Oh shit, there was Vitalik. I didn't even see that. That's Vitalik. Yeah. Is that Vitalik? I think it is. Anyways, all right. So they're telling us right here, like, this is what it's going to be. All right. So get your points ready. Okay. And a lot of you guys got a lot of points, right? I think during the 10 days I was in cooldown, there's not much going on. A couple projects here and there, but nothing really to entice you to want to pledge your your points rather. Okay, so lucky for you guys, because I've been seeing people in my timeline like they got like 1 million+ points. Right now, I'm starting from 1 point. You guys saw my daily active bonus. I got 1 point. How do I grow 1 point into as many points as possible in 2 days? Lucky for me, I got a good plan because for another video, but since we're talking about this, I'll just say, I allocated 100K across many different agents, and I already staked them. So hopefully by tomorrow, I get a nice, version point size. Okay. So that is great and all. We're talking about Iris. It's the Virtuals team, mega bullish. Okay? But what most of you guys are really missing out on is the meta, the alpha is right in front of your face. It's right there. If you can't see it, if you can't smell it, you definitely ain't going to taste it. Which means you ain't going to be eating. Right? That's how you taste it. So what am I talking about? Do you guys even know? I remember when I first brought this to your attention some time ago. I forget when. Let's say like about 10 days ago. Something like that. Maybe 8 days. And then I was like, hey guys, right now everybody's focused on Genesis launches. But what y'all need to do is look at these ACP agents. That's the bigger picture. That's where we're actually headed to. Right? When most people are distracted with one thing, I'm on to the next thing. You know what I mean? Don't get me wrong. I'm multitasking still currently with that thing that they're doing, but I'm looking ahead. And when I brought that to your attention, sure enough, these agents start to blow up. But there's one in particular that you guys are missing. And this guy, which is a certified ACP agent from the team themselves who confirmed this on many occasions, resides on Ethereum. And also on Solana and Base, but mainly Ethereum. That's where the most liquidity is. So we're going to call it as it, it's going to be Ethereum because that's where the most liquidity is, okay? What are we talking about? First of all, you guys should know this by now, right? I mean, I brought this to your attention 8 days ago. Dhun is a team member of Virtual's team, okay? But more importantly, the ACP lead. It's like this individual, Dhun, is in charge of the ACP department. So if you want the meta, what's going to probably happen next in the ecosystem, you'll want to pay a very close attention to what Dhun is saying. Okay, one of the, I wouldn't say unknown, but not the most popular team member of Virtuals. But man, I mean, I've been paying very close attention to Dhun, and here's what Dhun has to say. So obviously, I showed you guys this some time ago, and you guys went crazy and started to pump some coins, right? So right here, these are all certified ACP agents, right? And this is the first cluster, Meet the Dream Team. This is the hedge fund, okay? So Axelrod, AIXBT, Loki, etc., okay? Well, what do we have down here? Okay, we have the media, I think it's a media powerhouse, right? Media powerhouse, led by Luna. And this individual is the guy who we want to highlight today. AlphaKek, meme generator, spits out culturally tuned CT optimized memes 24/7, whatever. Who is this guy? What is this guy? Well, what we do know for certain is, well, he's a certified ACP agent. It's coming from the damn Virtuals team, not me. It's not coming from my mouth. I'm just reporting this, okay? So it's not speculation. It's certified. It's there. And I think this is not even a debate. This is the consensus. ACP agents are going to be worth more than just agents who don't do shit, who just twiddle their thumbs, right? This is the bigger picture. So Dhun is telling us in this article, well, yo, these are our agents, AlphaKek. All right, what else is Dhun saying right here? Okay, Dhun, proud to have AlphaKek AI on board phase 1 of ACP. Y'all truly embody the equation of techies, hustlers, giga bullish. And here we go. There, Dhun is showing a tweet of from the actual account here. Okay, move on to the next point of reference. AlphaKek AI, prep your repository of virgin memes. I expect plenty of yappers to engage your service to turn their wordy yaps to one's blah 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 blah. Another reference from the main, I think it's a man, Dhun himself. Okay? And if that's not good enough for you, if that's not clear enough for you, what else do we got going on down here, bro? We got some graphics and shit on how this will work. And I think I'm blocking it, so I'll just do this. And we got Mr. AlphaKek once again showing his damn green face. How are you going to miss that green face again and again and again, bro? You know what I'm saying? Right? Shit, how do I get out of this stuff? Yeah, right? So there we go. There is AlphaKek being spoken about. And here, hey, maybe I got this shit all wrong. I don't know. You tell me. But with Virtuals coming out with their own agent, essentially, on Ethereum, and we got another guy on Ethereum, I think the market's going to finally catch up to AlphaKek and start pouring money in him. Now, I presented this to you guys 8 days ago. Did you get your AlphaKek? Do you think he's valuable? I mean, come on, man. I mean, I don't know what is. If we're talking about ACP agents, AlphaKek gotta be. He gotta be there. He's certified, right? Okay. What else do we got for y'all? Yeah. So how do we verify this guy's contract address? Well, after some, investigation and digging around, here's what we found. Some random dude who claims to be the AIKEK intern. Okay? He's presenting 3 different contract addresses because it's not chain agnostic, but he is on multi-chain. So Solana, Base, Ethereum. Okay? Right now, Ethereum has the most liquidity. And I think that's just where the action is going to be. There's going to be agents, especially ACP agents. I believe that's going to be on different chains, right? And this is our first sign with Iris. And here we go with another one. So when we check him out, here he is, right here. Okay, AIKEK intern. And he's actually followed by, right here, followed by AlphaKek.ai. And we come over here, and that's the main account. And then we click that. Here it is. So I can't confirm for you guys 110% if that's the contract address, but I think it's a bit common sense that I think that is the contract address. Do your own damn homework, do your own damn research. I'm just showing you guys my findings. You know what I mean? And I mean, look, I want to make this clear. You guys should never listen to one guy on the internet anyways. It's great to be open to other people's opinions and such, right? To then formulate your own. Don't ever listen to one guy, because that's where things could get really, it could get kind of corrupted that way, right? If you just keep on listening to one guy, like myself included, anybody, don't listen to one guy. Listen to what they got to say, do your own shit, make your decision from there, okay? So that's what I want to share with you guys. And if we go on over, so this is it right here on CoinGecko. Right here. Oh, sorry, on Dex Screener. It's at 3 million market cap, give or take. Okay, so 3 million market cap. And yeah, that's the one right there. So go check it out. I don't know if you guys want me to drop these things for y'all, the contract address and such. Where is it again? Right here. I could do that if you want. If not, whatever. I know a lot of people like to ask for it because they don't want to buy into the wrong shit, or maybe you don't want to buy into it, whatever. I'm just showing you guys what I think is a hidden gem. All right? I feel as though maybe people saw this AlphaKek and they're like, oh, well, that's cool, but why is it on Ethereum? I don't want to do that. I don't want to go to Ethereum. Well, I think now you have a stronger case might want to look into him because what just was announced today with Iris. Now, is this going to be a new trend where we see more of these agents start to do that? Are we going to see agents on Solana more now? Right? Are they trying to spread across these different, blockchains? I think they're really going to be focused on Base and Ethereum, but yeah, I mean, there's so much more surprises. And speaking of surprises, I have more alpha for y'all who I think is going to be the dude. Okay. Let me pull him up right here. Okay. Whoever gets this guy, if he has a token, and I could imagine he's going to have a token, this guy's going to print. Okay. And it's not even on the market as yet. Steven Spielberg with an AI. Okay. Video director and producer. Polishes memes and avatars into Hollywood terror videos with cinematic flair, okay? So he's like the official director within this media house, autonomous AI agent operatives that's going to operate this, okay? So Steven Spielberg, I think he's going to be worth some good coin. I mean, depends on obviously what price you get him at, but he's not on the market just yet. And there were some references that that Dhun was pointing to Steven Spielberg. This freaking AI shit, like B-A-I-B-Y, S-T-A-I, like, God, it's so corny now. Anyhow, yeah, every time I notice that when Dhun will speak of these particular agents, maybe this is the slide right here, check this out, right? This is what you need to do, man. You want to be a trendsetter? This is what you gotta do. You gotta do your homework, man. So check this out. Meet the squad. Here's the finalized diagram of the 6 AI agents behind the autonomous media house. Luna, of course, that's going to be the main character there. This individual as well. This guy here, I think it's a hidden gem. I think more people will start to hear about him in the days and weeks to come. And Steven Spielberg, whatever. Why isn't Dhun tagging this individual? Because he doesn't have an account, obviously. Because these agents got an account, that's why they were tagged. He doesn't have an account, and neither does this one, right? But I'm more interested in this guy than anything. I would love to know when he makes an account. Perhaps, right? Perhaps they're going to launch him on Ethereum too. I don't know. Maybe not. Maybe on base. Maybe he doesn't have a token. But I'm definitely keeping a watchful eye on that individual and on Dhun's, Twitter account. And guys, I got some big alpha, but I can't drop that here in this live stream. I have to save that for my YouTube video. Mega alpha. Okay, guys. So let me know what you guys think about all of this. And as I come on over to, well, look at this. We got a nice crowd in YouTube, bro. Yo, YouTube, you guys know what alpha's at, straight up, right? You know what alpha's at. If you think the alpha's here, just put alpha, 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 alpha. Just drop it right there. Come on. Like when we dropped that ACP live stream, all y'all went and run to buy that shit. I even have no bags as yet. I had to freaking start deploying capital yesterday. Okay? So I'm essentially pumping your bags is what I'm doing here. All good. Okay, so who do we have in the house? We have, this is Hyper CRTZ. We got Beyond as well. Thank you for joining. Sam Z, any questions you guys may have, now is your chance. Please ask. And I shall go over to the Twitter side as well. Okay. So that's the rapid fire, right? Right there. I was going to do a vertical live stream, but I said, you know what? And be a bit more professional and show you guys what I'm talking about. What's up, Connor? Connor's in the comment section on Twitter saying, yeah, this will be huge. Absolutely. And look, guys, let's talk about this, right? You need to understand the crypto game, right? And tech is important, of course, but what the market values is way more important. And what's fun and engaging, right? That plays a big role as well. So we could talk about all these different ecosystems out there. I'm talking about in crypto that, are AI related. And look, BitTensor is one, right? I think BitTensor is an amazing ecosystem, like real, like hard AI assets are there, right? And I love BitTensor, by the way. I'm actually invested into some of the subnets over there, But the thing about that is, you guys remember Polkadot from 2021? Oh, crazy tech, do all of this shit. But something about it is just like, it's a bit dorky. It's not appealing enough to the masses. Look, I'm a dork, I'm a nerd, I like it, but it's not what I like. It's what the market eventually wants or is into. You know what I mean? So I feel as though, what I'm getting to is, I feel as though like virtuals really just has that it factor. You know what I mean? They got the it factor, right? And they know what people want, like what I said. The first time I came across virtuals, by the way, I would have been in the virtuals ecosystem a long time ago if I wasn't being stupid trying to build in the Bitcoin ecosystem. So I was busy building in Q4 until I saw When Shift Happens interview with Wiki, who is one of the co-founders of virtuals, and he said it best. He said, look, there's only two PMFs in crypto, perfect market fit. Number one is speculation. Number two is borderless payments. Tech, gaming, blah, 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 blah. It might be cool, but it just doesn't fly as much as those two, right? And that's the facts. And, have you been, like, this is my 8th year in crypto full time. Like, I pay the bills like this. I eat food because of crypto. You know what I mean? Like, I depend on it. Every time in a bull run, it's really just like speculation, right? Go to 2017 with these ICOs. We could go to 2021 with the launch pads. And right now, we could go with like bonding curves. Meme coin fair launches bonding curves, right? And once again, virtuals only started to take off when they adopted a bonding curve mechanism. I mean, they were there and you could create AI agents, but nobody really gave a fuck. It's just fucking didn't have the it factor. Wasn't that fucking cool, right? Until they did the bonding curve and boom, right? They blew the fuck up. So what I'm trying to say is they know the damn game, guys. And I feel as though, like, bro, something about it, it's like the mind share is all over the place too. It's not like the biggest ecosystem. It's definitely scaling and growing. I think we need more liquidity, right? And they're doing a great job with the new structure of the Genesis launches that provides such things where these tokens are launching at, maintaining and launching at healthy market caps, right? So they're definitely working on that. And that's part of it. And that's not the only thing they need to do. That's why they're going to Ethereum now, right? I love it, man. So this is what I mean. Like, for me personally, man, I have a larger or greater appetite for risk than most people. And this is why I put 100K across these different agents that I think at the end of the year could possibly equate to 1 million. And, I hope I have your attention by now, because what did I tell you guys? I said my goal is to hit the next 100X on Genesis launch. And then I want to take that 1K, flip it into 100K, then put that 100K into a basket of assets in the AI sector to turn that hopefully into 1 million by the end of the cycle. Now I was successful in attaining that, but not really. But yes, I was. Meaning, I was top 10. My allocation was only $450 worth of virtuals that I then flipped into $46,000. Okay? So I didn't get the 1K into 100K, but I got what I wanted, which was the next 100X. And why do I bring that up? Because now I'm on to the next thing. The whole name of this game in crypto is to use that money, to make more babies, to make grandbabies, to make grandbabies, etc., right? Let that money work for you. So I'm trying to scale that now, right? Larger and larger and larger. And I think there's no better place than here. Like, do you see any other founders trying to tweak things, do this, add that, improve, change the system, listen to the community, get it done ASAP? Please, if there exists, let me know. I gotta give kudos, respect where respect is due. Big shout out to Vader. That guy's a hard worker. So this, what I'm trying to say is, guys, like, sorry if I'm like sidetracking here. This ecosystem has serious cats. AI Rocket, with that initiative, very innovative, right? They're solving two problems. People who can't accumulate virgin points very fast, well, you can still get into Genesis launches at a very cheap prices, right? Still without virgin points, okay? And then now they're, filling the void for underfunded founders. I just love it, right? Everybody here, they seem to, know what's up and they're innovative. So yeah, that's that, right, guys? Who else we got in the house? What was your biggest gainer in YouTube? Let me know. What was your biggest gainer in the Genesis launch? Okay, so that's why I say I got your attention now after we literally, called her a punch, threw it, and watched it land, right, with Solus. Here we go. Let's see what else, if I can keep that up. We'll see what's up. Okay, so I think I saw a question here, or was it a comment? Okay, only can join on that AI agents on Virtual's platform, or we can found them on other platforms. I'm a bit confused with Virtual's platform. I will study a bit more, but I need to have some ETH to buy. So here's the thing, right? MRNO body. So basically, if you're talking about Iris will go on Ethereum. But as they told us here at the launch section, right? I'll pull it up right here. Agent Genesis pledging will take place on Base for this. So this will take place on Base. Upon successful completion, all tokens will be claimable on Ethereum, okay? So if your question is about this agent and how you go about getting it, first off, if you're talking about the Genesis launch, which is the pre-market or the pre-TGE, let's call it, okay, or the pre-sale, you're going to need something called Genesis points, okay? And then you're going to need virtuals. And then you need to pledge your points, then commit how much virtuals you want, a max allo of 566. Whoever pledges the most points will get the most allocation. It's also a collective weighted calculation, meaning if it's tremendously oversubscribed, the max allocation now goes from 566 to whatever that calculates to. It'll decrease to probably 450, 420, depending on the demand or the amount of people that are subscribed to this launch, okay? So, if you've been following the channel, guys, I mean, dog, we've been covering this for about a month and a half, okay? A month and a half. What's about to happen here? Close to a month and a half. You had ample time to save up your points, to get your strategy in check, to look at my mistakes, to look at my successes and on how I was able to scale so much points every day, right? As a matter of fact, I'll take that a step further. If you were following this channel back in Q4 when shit was really popping off, you already was staking Vader like me. If you're following this channel in Q1, okay, maybe you weren't in Q4, maybe you weren't there a month ago. Well, if you're here in Q1 of this year, well, you probably saw me staking Vader to get something called EAOs. And that's why I'm in the position I'm in right now, where I'm accumulating these points when Vader was at a 15 million market cap. See what I'm saying? There's I don't know, man. There's a lot of noise on social media, and I can see why you guys get distracted. Oh, look what he says. Oh, look what he says. Okay, man. What am I going to do? He said that. He said, like, bro, you got to know how to research, man. You got to know that, like, this is the recipe, guys. I'll be straight up with you. Coming from a guy who did this for 8 years. Go check my first YouTube video. Fucking Binance at $1. Remember, people were flooding that. They couldn't get it. Anything new will be misunderstood. But if you want to win in crypto, all you need to know is how to find the next narrative or trend first. That's it. Or if it's not the narrative or trend, you need to know how to connect the dots to what the bigger picture is, bro. Master that skill. Sorry, I'm going to be annoying here. Fuck all your yaps and your snaps and your loud fucking apps or whatever the heck it's called. Sidetracking you from the real shit. Crypto's going to be here forever, right? Okay? It's just going to be here forever. There's always going to be opportunities. Okay, and the recipe for success to seek out those opportunities is to do what I just told you, right? Bro, I've literally do this every single fucking year. You know, as people follow me, but I guess it comes second nature now, and I'll just shut up from there. Cool, who else we got here? We have Mike Bennett. Hey, yo, Francis, what's up? Thank you so much for joining. Sorry, guys, I am not on the Twitter side. I'll come over there now if anybody's asking anything there. But for now, we are on the YouTube side. Any other questions? Now is your chance. Yo, Felix, bro, how have you been? Last time I swear to God I saw your name was like in 2020. Would you see virtuals as top coin to invest in as you did in Kusama and Polkadot back then? Okay, so let's talk about this. So I'll give you guys more insights to my $100,000 portfolio in the AI agent sector on Virtual's ecosystem. So I think we have come to the point where you understand why, right? I am investing this only in the Virtual's ecosystem for the things I mentioned about the founders and the it factor and all this kind of stuff, right? They understand crypto. Speculation and borderless payments is what people care about. Now, if you talk about virtuals, right? And, you know, people, community members might get upset with me, but like with me, it's no emotions in this. I'm just trying to see I'm in the business of deploying capital. There's no emotions here. Oh, is the, like I just want to see if I can make a ROI, right? So in my case, since I wanted to 10x my portfolio from 100K to 10x, I mean, is virtuals the best option for me in that regard? Probably not, because it's an extremely high market cap. Now, is it like a hard asset that should go up over time? Because obviously, if I'm betting on the ecosystem, well, that means then virtuals has to go up in order for that to be successful, right? But I just don't think it's going to, I personally don't think it's going to give me what I'm looking for. And I think I have a better chance of placing that same capital I would have deployed in virtuals into other agents that could then give me that multiply effect. Because when you have high-ass market caps in the billions, I mean, you're looking for a 10x there? You might see a 4x, a 3x, maybe more. Depends on if, you know, how big the market cap of the overall crypto markets tend to grow to. But for me personally, it just depends on what you want to do. Maybe you have a set of assets where you're looking for a 10x. Maybe you have a set of assets where you're okay with a 2, 3x and you want to deploy more capital there. Then maybe that's where you want to have some virtuals. Not financial advice. I'm just telling you the things that I would do if I were you. All right? None of this is financial advice. Literally, this is just me documenting what I'm doing. Lamu says, OG Alpha. What's up, Lama? Thank you so much for joining us here. There's another question somewhere. Somewhere. 1 second. Okay, yeah, let me go to Twitter. Sorry. So we have Z Share on the Twitter side. We do have Abdul Kadir. Thank you so much for joining. Yes, I'm getting yaps. It's a distribution. Yeah. Again, so for people who were asking about how to get Virgin points, little to no risk, man. Just yap. And it's very even across the board. It doesn't matter how big your account is or how small. Just matter if you're actually providing value, right? So for the new people, not alpha, but I think that's some things that people don't really understand. No, don't shut up. Appreciate the truths. We do have a nice crowd on YouTube. I appreciate you guys. If you're now joining us and you're lit to the alpha party, let me show you guys what we be talking about over here, okay? So forget my tweet. This project that starts in a day and 18 hours, I do apologize for the thumbnail, which, by the way, I didn't have time to make a new thumbnail, so I reused an old one, by the way. If you scroll down my video section, you'll see it. But it's not technically 24 hours, but hey, you know, it's a day and 18 hours. Right here is what we're looking at. Look at this. Owned, okay, by Virtuals, who led its deployment, token management, etc. And there's another reference here. Virtuals is bringing Iris to decentralized audience. And right here on their Twitter, okay, it's verified by them. The future of AI agents now on Ethereum. Okay, guys? Cool. And then we dove into the, like, that's not alpha because I guess it's public knowledge. This is also public knowledge, but I don't think people are really paying much attention. This guy, if you could find him, bro, first, you're probably going to be sitting pretty. But we're talking about this guy. Since it looks like this meta of AI agents on Ethereum, AlphaKek is an Ethereum guy, agent, that is a certified, you know, ACP agent from, you know, coming from Dhun right here, who is in charge of that department. Okay, if you're now joining us, I'm just giving you guys an overview. All right, and we were able to find the contract address right here. Okay, now this could be a random guy, but I believe he is the actual intern because we got the official account following him, and Dhun did not delete the contract address. Maybe he or she did not see it, but that's what we're talking about right now. It looks like the meta for AI agents on virtuals is going to Ethereum. So I thought it was relevant to bring that up in this live stream since we're talking about Iris. Got a beautiful crowd here on YouTube. I appreciate each and every one of y'all. Wait till you guys see my next upload of video that should be up within the next 2 to 3 days. It's going to be a long one. It's 18 different AI agent tokens that I am led to believe are ACP certified. Okay, that's what we're talking about here. Okay. Oh man, do I gotta drop the alpha, bro? Do I gotta drop the alpha? Okay, let me drop the alpha. Let me see if I can find it first of all. You don't want to go nowhere, bro. Yo, if your wife is yelling at you because you're on this live stream, tell her to calm down. Because this is alpha. Hold on, I gotta see if I can find it first. It's in my Telegram as a link. Yeah, hold on, give me a second. You guys talk in the live chat in the meantime as I pull this up. Oh man, you guys. Shoot. Let me see, hold on. I will find it. It's right here. Just gotta scroll up. I think this is it. You guys watching me or the screen? Okay, you're still on me. This is the alpha, guys. So once again, when you want to be a trendsetter, when you want to find out what's going to happen next in the market before it actually happens, you need to have 3 things. You need to know how to contact aliens, okay, to tell you what the future is. You need to either have a time machine, or you just got to do thorough research like this, okay? That's it. All you need is half a brain as well, so you need 4 things, okay? Any one of those 4 things will do it for you. I think the latter is more reasonable. So let's take a look at what the damn clusters are, guys. What are the clusters? And this is an insight to my uploaded video. I'm not going to drop all the alpha here. But we got Autonomous Hedge Fund and Trading DAO. Well, that has already been announced to us, okay, over here. Over here, okay, from our good friend, Dhun. Guys, come on, man, go follow Dhun. Put some respect on him or her name. Anyhow, so right here, this first cluster, okay, Autonomous Hedge Fund, has already been confirmed right here with these particular agents. Cool? Okay, well, what do we have next? We have an autonomous media agency, or the media house, which was also confirmed and certified for us by our friend here, Dhun. Okay, right here, Luna, AlphaKek, Music, blah, 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 PiperX. So those are the only 2 that we know for certain, as I put me back on, as we know for certain that's going to be ACP certified. And if you're wondering what that is, what's that stand for again? Agent Commerce Protocol. It's an autonomous economy that's only operated by AI agents on their own. Why? Because AI agents has machine learning technology. So they could pick up things, learn on their own, and then become better. So they're going to be running that by themselves, autonomously, okay? Big shit. And that's another reason why I like virtuals, because, like, I think that's showing the real potential of artificial intelligence. I mean, I'm sure there's other camps trying to do similar things, but I think there's a lot of talk out there. Okay, so what else are we looking at here in the clusters, guys? This is where you need to connect the dots, but this is where it also gets risky. They got a guaranteed cluster for Agentic Sports Entertainment, DeFi Micro-Lending Network, Agentic Hollywood, okay, Netflix meets Disney, meets GPT 1000, and AI Empire that writes, animates, directs. And fuck, I don't know if I can find it, but it was, yeah. There was another reference with Dhun, and they showed a video clip of how that would look like. With Steven Spielberg made he directed it, I guess. Somebody made the video, and then Luna was starring in it. Okay, so this is real shit. Autonomous yield farmer, autonomous game studio, autonomous schools, autonomous wellness, real estate agent, and the list goes on to like about 16. So what you need to do from here, guys, what your job is to connect the dots with the agents that's on virtuals, okay, and see how do they fit in these categories like I did. Now, this is where it gets risky. Well, we know for certain there's 16 clusters. We know for certain these clusters needs to be filled up, okay? So, for example, like, you know, look at this one right here. This is a gimme. Autonomous wellness. Well, I mean, I think it's obvious that that's going to go to Solus, right? They won the hackathon. 30 million market cap, 25 million, something like that. I think that's going to go to them. they should be the winners, or not the champions, but the main character, let's call it, or agent in that cluster. Who's going to be the main agents? Your job is to find the main agent first, and then the second, and then third, maybe. Other than that, I'm not really that interested in 4th, 5th, and 6th. You know, it depends though. Like, if the cluster is going to be the most attractive, which I think is the number 1, the hedge fund, then maybe you might want to look into that. But this is where it gets risky, but this is what separates the badman from the liquor boys. What else we got in the chat? 145 people up in the house. You guys know where the alpha's at, that's for sure. Sorry. Hi, Francis. What AI coins did you invest your 46K? Yeah, so thank you for bringing that up, Andre. So, what I did was I actually added an additional 54,000 of personal funds to make it 100K. So I gave you guys insights to where that may have gone. And that may have gone, well, not may have, it did go to these specific areas right here. Okay? These clusters that I use my common sense, which doesn't mean I'm right, that I am led to believe that they're coming here. And let me tell you, I got some very good supporting evidence, or I guess it's somewhat evidence, to lead me down that alley to believe why these agents are there. And I think it's pretty solid. And I'm not trying to tell you guys to agree with me or whatever. I'm just showing you guys how I do my research, right? And I'm going to put it out there, you know? Like, who knows where it's going to go, right? But this is what I'm going with because I have my conviction and AI. Like, this is the next thing, guys. What you need to understand about this niche here, like, it's artificial intelligence. It's a global phenomena. It's not something weird like NFTs where you're going to have to try to sell this to the world of what it is, and hopefully they buy into it. AI is a global phenomenon, right? Web 2, Web 3 don't matter. There's no convincing. Kind of like what almost happened with the metaverse, also, although this has way more use cases than the metaverse. Nobody wants to put on a fucking headset and fucking sit in front of a computer, right? Like that. So that's why that didn't fly, although it was mainstream. AI is mainstream, right? So this is why I'm also only focusing on this. And like, you know, to be fair, I think, you know, people, the way they invest when they want to be safe, they never put it into one sector, right? They'll put it like spread it across. This is why I tell you guys, I just have larger appetite for risk, right? I've been doing it for 8 years. I could still be dead wrong on this, or I could be dead right. That's the risk we take here when we want to make gains. Or, you know, like the announcement goes, if you, you know, if you heard the announcement when it was announced, chances are your ass is too late. So what's going to happen when, you know, Dhun comes out with the official announcement for all of these? People now are aware of Dhun, and they're probably going to be rushing to buy it the moment the tweet comes out, right? And I'm hoping that, you know, the agents that I've already positioned myself with fall in this category, ideally as the main character. If not, at least in the cluster. And I'm led to believe I'm onto something here. And please just wait for that video. So that is the answer to your question. Yes, it's AlphaKek. That is correct. Okay, let me just go back to Twitter, guys. Nice crowd on YouTube, bro. Okay, please let me know right now if you're on YouTube. Did you guys get the bell notifications? Because I'm getting a lot of people telling me that they don't receive that notification. That's some BS, but whatever. Okay, so Camby asks on Twitter. Camby asks right here, what's your thoughts on Genesis agents? They seem to be underperforming against OGs now. Arbus doing pretty bad. Yeah, look, let's talk about that. I would say this. You know, it depends on everybody, right? Like what they want to do with their assets, right? So a lot of people were staking for an extended period of time. A lot of people didn't really sell because they don't want to be in jail. So I think it comes to a point where like, okay, well, if they're not selling and they're accumulating points, at some point, capital runs a bit thin. So, and again, this is just speculation. Nobody can say this for sure. But are they now like rotating out of certain assets that they already held to get some liquidity? I don't know. But I would also say that how if you're referring to ideally Genesis launches per se, like the actual launch, I made a tweet about this, and that's a very good observation by Camby, because the reason why, okay, Solus is a perfect example. That was before Iris, the most anticipated hyped launch people were anticipating, and for good reason, right? Berkeley University, you know, I was going to say children, sorry, kids. I know I'm much older than them. I say kids. You know, it's a tech university. They won the damn hackathon, all that kind of stuff. But you know, when you're really looking at the OG agents, I think ACP is giving them some love. But the snipers that wanted to get Solus knew that it was bullish as well, you know, and snipers gets into every single Genesis launch. So some people will say, well, it was 62 million because of snipers. Well, snipers are not unique to Solus. They are subjected to every Genesis launch for the most part. But what happened with Solus was the Virtuals team got them fucking wrecked. So they were the reason why it went to 60 million, because they offloaded a bunch of loot to get that first. But Virtuals had a good indication this will happen. So it pumped to 60, and what they did was, it essentially goes back down to 30, meaning they bought the top and they got wrecked. And they lost a lot of money. So now they're like, oh shit, well, we just lost a bunch of, you know, loot there. What about the next launch? So they got a bit more afraid. And those last 3 projects, I think it was ERM, there was that one there, the SIA, and Oops, right? AI Rocket. All 3 were sponsored by Virtuals, okay? Meaning that how Virtuals sponsored them, airdropped the token, right? They were the first buyers, and they performed around the same area, around 3 million market cap. And I'm led to believe that's because snipers aren't coming in after they got wrecked from Solus. However, I think they're gearing up for this. They're like, you know what? Screw that shit, bro. I'll risk another 60, 70, 80K, 100K on this one. You know what I mean? So I think we're going to see very similar numbers, maybe, to what Solus did. Right? But yeah, that's the long answer there for you. So what's the most gains you guys made so far here with the Genesis launch? Please let me know. Of course, bell notifications is on, but do you get the notification? A lot of people are telling me they're not. Dang, I missed my live stream. Yeah, I think I went over it for you there, Yomi. Once again, the alpha is Iris. That's coming out from Virtual's team. That's their token. We spoke about the ACP agents. I deployed 100K. I'll share with you guys which ones I chose and why. All right, guys? So that's it. Any other questions, let me know right now. Gamma says, great job, bro. Keep giving us the alpha. No worries. My pleasure, my pleasure. Yo, Hunter, how you doing, brother? Alpha from the horse's mouth. Exactamundo. That's how we do it around here. If you guys enjoyed these live streams, please let me know in the comment section. Also, if you didn't get time to watch this video, do make sure you watch the replay, because you don't want to miss it on alpha like this. Kind of like how we showed you guys and prepared you guys about a month and a half for the Genesis launch. Everybody was still sleeping. You know, kind of like how I'm preparing you for the ACP about 8 days ago, right? Sure enough, you guys didn't sleep on that. You went and you bought that shit. I didn't even have no bags. All right, so then I bought in 50K worth of that yesterday to pump your bags. And I'm about to drop more alpha today, which we already did. What's it called? AlphaKek. I got mega alpha on my next YouTube video. It's probably going to be about 45 minutes long, but you're going to be at the edge of your seat. And I'm pretty sure if you watch that uploaded video in its entirety, you'll be sold on why ACP is the next big thing. All right, guys? So there ain't really much left to say other than until that uploaded video, your ass is on your own, bro. Later.